Okay, in this lesson, I want to show you how to convert a number, a float, or an integer into text or a string. So, for example, right now, this script is drawing a blank label onto the chart with no text. But let's say I want to display the current closing price of this market. If I just add the close value or float onto this text and save the script, I'll get an error down here because you cannot combine numbers with text or floats and integers with strings, at least not directly. We need to use a tostring function. And the way we do that is accessing the str library on inbuilt namespace. So str.control space. And here is a list of different string functions we have to work with. The one we want today is the tostring function. And we can place a value in this tostring function, and that will be converted into text or a string, and then that will make it compatible with string parameters. So now if I throw in those value here and save the script, our label will work just fine. We are drawing the closing price onto our label. So this is particularly useful for trying to send data, number data, to a third-party API, or for just drawing it onto your chart in text for whatever purpose you want. So for example, if I throw on my hammers and stars strategy and drop out to the daily chart here, let me hide this other script. You can see all this text up here drawing. I needed to use the tostring function. If I scroll to the bottom here, you can see a whole bunch of tostring functions. Now this is a version 4 script. I haven't updated this to PyScript version 5 yet, but it would be the same concept here, except that I would need to add str.tostring in front of this tostring function in order for it to work in version 5 of PyScript. If I scroll up here, this script includes automation. So it includes AutoView and PyConnector automation inbuilt. And when I send my alerts to these third-party APIs, I need to use the tostring function to convert my stop-loss price, my target price, my entry price, etc., into text, into a string, in order for my alert function to correctly work without any compile errors. So that is the purpose of the tostring function, and that is how you use it in your scripts. There are a bunch of other string functions here that we can work with. So let's have a quick look at some of them. str.control space, we can get the length of a string. So if I type in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this should display 5. Actually, it'll be a number. So I need to str.tostring that value. And now when I save the script, this should work okay. There we go. And it's returning 5 as a string. It's converting the number 5 into a string, displaying it on my label. And that is the length of the string that I passed in. So it's not often you'll need to analyze strings in your scripts, but the option is there if you need to. You can also format your scripts. So let me show you an example of that. Let's try formatting the current closing price. So let's try str.format, and then if I hold down Control and click on format, there's a description on how to use this function. So let's try this. Let's copy this and paste that in there, and let's put the closing price in here. So now, if I save this code, we get the closing price formatted to hashtag.hashtag, which is number.number. Now, I won't go over the syntax of how to actually format your number because it's unlikely you'll ever need to do this. If you do need to, just read through the documentation. And if you run into any issues, shoot me an email and I'll record a more detailed lesson on string formatting. But there are plenty of examples here for common use cases of formatting strings. And I think that's it for this lesson. I can't really think of anything else to mention regarding strings. We have the replace all function, so that will replace all occurrences of a given pattern in your string. We also have toNumber, so you can actually convert a string to a number. So for example, if we wanted to plot, let's create a variable here called text equals 0.33. If I want to plot this text, I can use the str.toNumber function and pass in my text variable, save the script, and now we're getting 0.33 plotting onto our chart as a number without any compile errors. Anyway, I think that'll just about do it for this lesson. As I said, if you have any questions, shoot them to me, but I suspect the most common string function you'll be using in your scripts that I see most traders using in their scripts is the str.toString to convert numbers into string to display or send through alerts. Take care. I'll speak with you soon in the next lesson.